Have you ever ended a conversation feeling guilty, confused, or even questioning your sanity, despite no clear reason why? Perhaps someone skillfully twisted your words or tugged at your emotions, leaving you doubting your own perspective. If you've experienced this, you're not alone. After watching this video, you will become a master at spotting and sometimes even using tactics that control people's feelings. But be careful how and on whom you use these techniques, because great power demands great responsibility. Let's dive into the world of emotional exploitation, where knowing the signs can shield you from harm and enhance your interpersonal intelligence. Why emotional exploitation matters. Emotional exploitation, often hidden beneath smiles and sweet words, involves covert tactics that manipulate your emotions and thought. One common example is someone using guilt trips. If you really cared, you'd do this for me. Another might be gaslighting, tricking you into questioning your reality. These tactics can leave you feeling powerless, trapped in a cycle of doubt. Worse yet, many people don't realize they're being exploited until the damage is done. Isn't it alarming how swiftly a seemingly innocent conversation can turn into a mind game? Imagine a coworker who constantly takes credit for your ideas, praising your work in front of you, yet subtly planting seeds of self-doubt. Over time, you start believing you're incapable of achieving success without them. You question your competence, your worth, and your future just because someone knows how to play on your insecurities. Doesn't it feel urgent to learn how to spot these red flags before they undermine your self-esteem? Common red flags: excessive flattery or love bombing. Picture a friend who showers you with praise, calling you amazing, brilliant almost too frequently. While compliments are nice, over-the-top flattery might conceal an ulterior motive, setting you up for future requests. Guilt tripping. Ever been told, "I've done so much for you, you owe me"? That's guilt tripping, a classic emotional exploitation tool. It leverages your sense of obligation to coerce you into compliance. Gaslighting. Often subtle, gaslighting involves denying factual events or twisting them to sow doubt. A partner might insist, "You're overreacting," or "You never said that," until you question your memory. Isolation tactics. Manipulative individuals may pull you away from supportive friends and family. They create a bubble where their control becomes the only reality you know, making it harder to seek outside perspectives. Constant shifting of blame. When confronted, an emotionally exploitative person deftly changes the topic or inverts the accusation. Somehow, you end up apologizing for their misbehavior. Each of these red flags might seem small on its own, but in combination, they form a toxic web. What if you could spot them early and avoid entanglement altogether? Defending yourself. Actionable strategies. Set boundaries with clarity. Think of your personal space like a fortress. Without firm walls, intruders can easily enter. Define what you will and won't tolerate. For instance, if constant guilt tripping or blame shifting occurs, calmly state, "I understand your feelings, but I don't accept being pressured or disrespected." Consistency is key. Stick to your boundaries even when it's uncomfortable. Document important interactions. If you sense gaslighting or twisting of facts, keep a record of conversations. This might mean saving text messages, emails, or jotting down notes. Like a detective collecting clues, these records serve as objective evidence when someone tries to rewrite history. Seek an outside perspective. Emotional exploitation thrives in isolation. Share your doubts with trusted friends, family, or a professional counselor. Think of them as your lifeline. A fresh perspective can break the spell of self-doubt you might have fallen under. Practice self-validation. Cultivate the habit of checking in with yourself. Affirm your strengths, track your achievements, and remind yourself of your principles. Regularly acknowledging what you bring to the table fortifies your emotional core against external manipulation. Learn to say no. One of the simplest yet most potent shields you can wield is the word no. When used appropriately, no sets a powerful boundary, telling others you won't bend to unfair demands. If saying no feels daunting, practice with smaller scenarios like declining an unimportant invitation and build from there. Metaphor. Emotional exploitation as a puppet master. Picture yourself as a puppet on strings, with a hidden hand orchestrating your reactions. Each compliment, guilt trip, or gaslighting tactic is a string pulled at just the right angle. the Puppetoon aware of the manipulation moves as directed. However, once you recognize the strings and the puppet master's intentions, you can sever them. You reclaim the freedom to move on your own terms. Isn't it liberating to imagine cutting those strings and regaining autonomy? The long-term benefits of awareness. Once you learn to spot emotional exploitation, your confidence soars. You'll no longer walk on eggshells or question your decisions incessantly. You'll stand firmer in negotiations, friendships, and romantic relationships alike. Imagine the ripple effect of this empowerment: better career prospects, healthier connections, and a brighter sense of self-worth. Doesn't it seem crucial to act now rather than regret the missed opportunities later? Consider how your life might change if you consistently identified and neutralized covert influence. You'd radiate self-assurance, drawing people who respect your boundaries and share your values. Over time, you'd become a mentor to others still stuck in toxic dynamics. Could you picture yourself guiding a friend to spot the same red flag once encountered? That's the power of transforming your knowledge into action. A word of caution: you're now armed with tactics to see through emotional exploitation and possibly wield these methods yourself. Use this knowledge ethically. If you cross the line into unethical persuasion, you risk damaging relationships and your own integrity. Always ask, am I guiding or deceiving? Am I influencing or exploiting? The difference lies in respecting others' autonomy and seeking mutual benefit, rather than personal gain at someone else's expense. Taking the next step, awareness without action, can only take you so far. So how do you break free from these patterns or protect yourself from them? Reflect on past interactions. Identify one situation where you suspect emotional exploitation occurred. Examine what red flags you missed and how you could respond differently next time. Implement one strategy immediately. Whether it's setting a boundary or documenting conversations, choose one tactic and apply it today. There's no need to wait for a big confrontation. Even small decisions shape your new mindset. Plan for ongoing growth. Tools like journaling or therapy can keep you grounded, ensuring you don't slip back into old habits. Think of it as a fitness routine for your emotional well-being. Final reflection and call to action. Remember, emotional exploitation isn't just a big problem that happens to other people. It can creep into daily life, corroding your self-esteem and relationships. Ask yourself, how many opportunities or peaceful moments have I lost to someone's skillful but hurtful strategies? Isn't it time to reclaim that space in your mind and heart? By recognizing red flags, defending yourself, and using your newfound awareness responsibly, you can rise above these tactics and even guide others to do the same. So, commit to strengthening your boundaries and honing your emotional intelligence. Take the lessons from this video, apply them to real life, and watch your confidence surge. Your next move is simple. Start your new journey by adopting at least one of these techniques today. And when you're ready for more insights on dark psychology, motivation, and success, follow for additional guidance. Take control, because your emotional well-being is worth protecting.